One of the most storied venues in college football, Notre Dame Stadium in South Bend, Indiana. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. It's the SMU Mustangs and the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
I caught up with the SMU head coach before the game. One of the big keys in this game plan here today is to get their transfer running back the ball. He has been terrific all season and really paced this team, but today he has an opportunity to go over 1,000 yards. He is early and often in the script. Coach said, we want to run the rock, really make sure that he gets that mark, but more importantly, it helps our team win every Saturday when he's rolling. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. And the Mustangs ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. Fielded in the end zone, it's Young. He stopped right there after a short return, was looking for running room, and the coverage unit wasn't having it. So Notre Dame's offense will have the ball first. And after that performance last week, Jesse, it'll be interesting to see if they can get the big tight end as involved as he was a week ago.
He really did. He was good out in the field. He was good down near the red zone. He's a matchup problem that you know this quarterback is going to be trying to find early in this game. The defense has to have a plan for him, David. It'll be interesting to see how they try to defend him.
Well, and that's the problem. It's so hard when your best playmaker is a tight end to plan for because how you treat him is everything, and they can still run the football with him, and they can still throw it to him, and he's just a nightmare matchup, and, you know, you want to slow him down, like make some of those easy touches a little bit harder for him, but you know he's going to get his.
And they'll knock him down.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers, and I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be 4th down. Gets his first one of the day off. He was called on 4 times in last week's win. Here's the return. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The Mustangs offense will now get its first chance with the football. And here's the guy they want to feed, this senior running back. What a game he had last time out. Found Pater 3 times just under 100 yards in their win. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Give to the single back. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking for a man. It's Jennings. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Quarterback gets the first down. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Leaves it with the back. They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
And these are the...
Maybe a crease. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Just across the 20 with a 1st down at the 19.
You know, this is a running back who wants the ball, and he wants the offense to run through him. Really nice job there on the 3rd down of this opening drive for his offense. I can't wait to see what kind of game this guy's going to have.
The Mustangs have it with a 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
And back to the air on second down. Fires to the tight end. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
And here comes money down for this offense. Third down execution is a premium. You work on it all week ad nauseum for these moments when you can execute.
And he's in, pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, SMU! Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point makes it 7-0.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Great job by the defense, understanding what they were seeing. They played the read game beautifully, strung it out. The quarterback continues to drift to his left. No space to get through. Tackle for a loss for this defense.
Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
If you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a first down. New set of downs after the completion. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. A designed run for the quarterback. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1.
Man, that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play, and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays, and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner, just exhausting.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Carr fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Irish! He got it back corner of the end zone.
That's a nice job by the offense there in their second drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. That didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. The defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking downfield, it's Jennings. Zings it complete to the right. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. After the completion, we see there is a man down, and the clock will stop to check on him. Here comes the offense on first down. Running inside, it's Green. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Flips it out to the back. At midfield, he's got room. And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chains. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looking for a gap. It's Green. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. They'll run it. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
And the Mustangs back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. That's caught. It's Cooper. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. The Mustangs go back to work after moving the chains through the air. The give on the inside. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Offense trying to go RPO, but how about the defense up front? Their front seven, they had dudes winning, just being way more physical and able to get to that running back.
They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Not a lot there. Picks up one inside the 20 to the 19.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
That was an important stop there as they try to hold them to a field goal on this drive. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And with that, they've taken the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives...
And the ball pops out. Oh, inviting disaster. And they are fortunate to avoid the turnover as the fumble goes out of bounds. Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work. They're still looking for a little more productivity as they trail 10-7. Quarterback keeps it. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on designed plays. And if you can just give him a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
Makes him in. That's a fumble on the play. And this fumble bounces out of bounds. If this were a wider field, like maybe in Canada or something, that might have been a turnover.
And they could have turned it into a rouge, eh? I mean, this was a great chance by the defense here. I just love the fact that they are flying around and trying to dislodge the football.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. What will they dial up on 2nd and 8? Long way to go. Here's Carr to throw. Under fire. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take it.
Trying to beat the D deep. Upstairs he's got it. Completely shot a bolt of energy into this drive. Inside the 40, finally stopped at the 39. Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another first down. Quick completion to the right. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
It's going to be fun to watch this receiving group, I think, for Notre Dame this season. I think one of the things Marcus Freeman's done a really good job of in recent years is go to the portal and bring difference makers at the receiver spot. It was Malachi Fields coming over for Virginia, the big, tall body making big plays downfield last year for the Irish. And this has always been a position, David, that we thought was always a little bit behind some of the elite competition in college football, but it feels like that's starting to change now.
And Greathouse and Faison both back, so obviously some experience there, but then bringing in some ultra-talented, highly recruited receivers from Ohio State. Those guys usually pan out pretty well. To have that speed element, and a couple of guys that maybe click now with this C.J. Carr offense, and the passing attack, which went from a liability a couple years ago to a strength.
They're in makeable field goal range. They could tie the game, but instead they'll go for it on 4th down. To the air again, Carr. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. Notre Dame coming to the line with another 1st down. Throwing, Carr. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
Well, this is an offensive coordinator that has a lot of confidence in his guys, and you can see that from the play call. They were backed up all the way down near their goal line at the start of this drive, but they've stayed aggressive the entire time, putting the trust and confidence in his quarterback, in his players to get it done. They've moved this thing all the way down the field, and now they've completely flipped it. They're now at the goal line of the opponent. You got to love what you've seen from this offense.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. C.J. Carr firing again. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. SMU's offense headed out onto the field to start this drive. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Caught over the middle. It's Green. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can stop the clock. They created a lot of breathing room with that first play of the drive. Now 1st down from the 39. Quickly to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. From the gun, the give, looking for room. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Obviously didn't like what he saw on 1st down, and they used the timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Brought down at the 31. It is a 1st down. And the Mustangs moving quickly to the line.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that 1st down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
SMU spends his 2nd timeout here. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half. Finds his big tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. To the air, it's Jennings. Complete. They get him out of bounds right at the 5-yard line, and that one might have saved a touchdown. 1 more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. He'll take it himself. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. They get the timeout called here, and probably just enough time for 1 more snap to put up points before the half. 5 wide receivers on 2nd and goal. That's Root. Touchdown Mustangs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And that is exactly what this offense needed to have happen. They had to come up with a big drive with a big touchdown here at the end of the quarter. That's going to help their confidence. They've now got the lead heading into halftime.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
guys, we knew this would be a telling week, and Week 12 has not disappointed. Let's get you updated right away. Let's kick things off with Jacksonville State taking on the Sam Houston Bearcats. And it's the Gamecocks looking to make it 5 straight wins, and they do that. They essentially lock down a postseason spot, although I think their goals are far bigger than just that. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside the Big Ten. Now back to your game in South Bend. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the home of the Notre Dame Fighting Irish.
We are just about ready to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Holly, what are you finding out about the latest on this injury?
Catching up with the Mustangs head coach at the half. Their running back has been terrific, playing well so far in this game, but he is taking a lot of hits. He's had to absorb a lot of contact, running yards after contact, but they're going to keep their eye on him and see if he can power through all the hits, bumps, and bruises he's taken here in the first half. Guys?
Holly, thank you. The give on the option. And he had no option on that one. Defense ready for anything, and they stop him right at the line of scrimmage. You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on third down. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Now on the move. And he makes it past the first down marker, hits the side, and they'll move the sticks.
Well, that's about as risky as he can get as a head coach. Early in the game, 4th down, deep in your own end, and you go for it. Nice job, offense.
The Mustangs will snap it on 1st and 10. From the gun, he leaves it with the back.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
To throw, it's Jennings. Here's the pressure. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Throw to the sideline, and it's complete, and they've got a big play. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Ball at the 31, 3rd and short, coming defense trying to rise up. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Finding some room. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a 1st down on the play.
And the offense runs the football, and they get the 1st down. And you kind of get the feeling they've already gone for it on 4th down once. Like, they're going to do it again. And that just puts so much pressure on a defense. Like, to play an extra snap over and over again is really, really difficult. This offense appears to be in a...
Touchdown, Mustangs! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. Timely decisions, effective play management helps them get in the end zone after that marathon drive.
And every time the offense needed to play, boom, they got it. I mean, you think about it. Whether it's a small run, small pass, whatever they needed, they got it done, and they popped it in for the score.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here come the Irish back on offense. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. They'll move the wide receiver. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Williams got it. There he goes. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Williams. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. 3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Bringing the heat. And down he goes. A defense bringing the heat. The Irish send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Mustangs offense is ready to go on the attack. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Great play by the defense there, getting a tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, 3rd quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
The hand to the running back. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down.
Man, that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that 3rd and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both. Got it.
Here's a little room there. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
Well, that is a gutsy play call on that 4th down. I think everybody here in the stadium, including myself, was expecting them to try to throw the football, but they ran it and caught the defense off guard.
Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive?
Snags it!
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
Might be calling a hot route. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The only drama left awaiting the clock to run out gives us a minute to check out the scoreboard from the top 12 teams in the country and get a win like this late in the season. And that really adds some strength. And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. Stopped at the 16 after the interception, and that return has them in business. He'll try to take it back. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
You could tell he saw that grass open up, and he was not handing that football off. He was taking it himself. His eyes got enormous, chewed up the big play. Nice big chunk play for this offense.
The run inside. It's Williams. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Notre Dame has made this 2nd down play much more difficult after going backwards. Red pass, it's complete. Could not make his way to the corner.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Carr. A little screen to the running back. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. Heaves it on the run. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. The decision to go for it does not pan out. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving.
Well, the offense has the lead, and we call this 4-minute offense. This is a situation that teams around the country practice, having the lead late in the game and needing to ice it by running the football and throwing high-percentage passes.
Right back to the well. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. And the Mustangs lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back.
And this offense does it again on third down. They have been so elite on third down all game long. That's the money down. All the coaches talk about it every single time we meet with them. They've been brilliant at it. They've built the lead, and they've got a good chance to finish this one out if they keep that up.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to throw, it's Jennings. Snags it over the middle. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. They'll use a timeout on defense here. That's their final one. The clock stops just once more at the 2-minute mark. Enormous play coming right here. Third down, and this crowd is bringing down the house. Headed to the end zone. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one.
Man, so nice to have a QB. When you need him in the moments, can get those big third down conversions with his legs. He does it here. He showed you the wheels some today, but a nice job late in this football game when you really need it.
Now it's 2nd and goal. Using his feet. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, SMU! That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the fourth quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense, defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard in practice all week. But at this point here, you're just trying to prove to your coaching staff that you're not going to quit.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the fourth quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
He's got his man. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
Here's a throw downfield late. It's caught, and what a job to get the foot down and make it a huge gain along the sideline. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Here's Carr to throw. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame! Into the end zone for 6.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game. And you're just waiting for that right bounce, that right skip, for that ball to get 10 yards to try to make something happen and make a miracle come to fruition. And, Palmer, it's not going to happen. The defense's hands team, they were ready, they were dialed in, and they get the football back.
Yeah, they fall on that one, David, and they can breathe a little bit easier now. But let's be honest, I mean, in college football, we've seen crazier things happen in these types of situations. The ball takes a crazy bounce. There's always a chance. You got to give the receiving team there a lot of credit. The hands team gets it done, and they win the game.
What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the fourth quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were